Hey guys, Kid K here again with another stick figure tutorial. So I was reading your guys' comments, and first I want to say thank you to McCool and Hyun for letting me know that I was getting my terminology wrong. I really do appreciate it. So just to let your viewers know real quick what it was that I got wrong. I got the definitions of anticipation and easing wrong. Anticipation, easing was what I called anticipation, and anticipation was what I called easing. So let me show you what it is, and then we'll get on to the angles, because I know you guys wanted me to do angles. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find that for you. So yeah. All right. Found it. This is easing. The gradual movement. This is easing when you have real close animation pictures together, and then like that. That's easing. Easing is when you go one at it like close, and then it builds up an attack. That's not anticipation. That's easing. This one right here. So sorry about that. That's easing. Anticipation would be, like okay, the best example are attacks. So if the most generic, a punch, how we start off all of our tutorials here, a punch. Anticipation, instead of going straight first, like just going straight into it, like oh, like a wild beast. Anticipation is if you have a if or like if you're about to start running. I'll do that. That's better. Like like your guy's standing still and he's about to start like walking. Instead of just going straight into the walk, anticipation, I really hope I'm getting this right, would be that he leaned back a little bit. Like, I guess in terms that are easy to understand, anticipation would be going opposite direction, I guess, of where you intend to go at first. So if he wants to go forward, he'd like lean back kinda and be like. Anticipation is usually just one frame, so it's like, yeah. So this is a bad example actually. Better example would be like a punch or something. Oh no, I have an example. So I guess anticipation would be like, yeah, like something like that. But anticipation, like for a kick, like if this guy's about to kick you, so Joe Schmo here is about to kick you. Instead of just going like this, it's real quick. Instead of just coming in with the kick like that. I actually like that kick. That's a nice kick. Wow! Kick in the face. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, like instead of just kicking. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at explaining these things. I'm sorry. Um, okay, a punch, because that's what the example I think Hyun gave me in my comment. like a punch. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's like it's late. It's 10:34 at night, and I'm doing this. So like instead of just going straight to it, anticipation would be if he went back first. I don't know if it's usually one frame or not. But anticipation. This is anticipation. Anticipating a movement, which means I don't know. I'd have to get the dictionary. I guess you guys could look it up. But why would you guys look it up? Because that's what the tutorial's for. The tutorial is here for me to tell you what stuff means. So that way you don't have to look it up. Because you're looking it up when you're watching this. Oh. I'll get a dictionary in a second. But this is anticipation. And then anticipation leads to easing, which leads to a successful animation. And then, boom. I hope I explained that right. If I didn't explain that right, somebody who knows what it means, tell me. And if I did explain it right, then that's good. So that's what anticipation really is. So sorry for that miss lesson. So that's anticipation. Winding back. Because if you remember, in this lesson, nobody winds back for any of these punches. It's just straight, straight, just see, just straight. This two, straight, 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 straight punches. This anticipation, this is more of like a build up because he goes back first. Like it's the frame after this, he goes back, and then he goes boom. So it's more of like a he's getting prepared. Anticipation pretty much like when you get prepared. Like when a person's getting when a person's getting prepared to do something, like like they stump, like they, I don't know how to explain it, but it's this right here. It's this right here. Watch. See the hand? Now it goes boom, goes down, and then it goes around, boom, and it punches you in the face, and then it's over. So yeah, but that is anticipation. Yeah, so that's anticipation. Now angles. Before I started this, I actually made two little things. They're not that good, but I mean, there's something. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, what is this? All right, this is not a good angle, but I guess you could. I know these are probably not the angles you guys are doing, but these are like simple angles. I don't know. So since I'm not really like a cinematic expert, I can't really give you that much on it, except for the way I do it or the way I practice doing it, because I'm not like really that good at doing it yet. But okay, so before you start doing cinematics, you have to like understand your characters like measurements and their height and width and stuff like that, I guess. So you'd have to understand physics more and make sure that they consistently stay either the same size or close to the same size. Because if you have an example, so let's just say, I'll just give you a quick one. Like, if you have this guy here, and so these are his proportions, whatever you decide them to be, and he's coming towards the screen, and and if he's coming towards us, and his head gets bigger, showing perspective, because his head is getting bigger, which means his head's coming from the background to the foreground. And it's like, oh, he's getting closer, but then his body, which is supposed to be getting closer as well, stays the same size. It's kind of like okay. Oh, actually, I'm not doing it right. Or I am kind of doing it right, kind of. But if it's like his body stays like the same size, it's like okay. So his head went from being proportional to like oversized, and his body is still the same. It's like that's. I mean, I guess you could pull it off, kinda, but it looks stupid because it's like, well, his head just grew, okay. So instead of doing it like that, you'd have to like you have to keep at least keep it close. So instead of him looking like that, it'd be more like this. So he's right here. And he starts coming towards the screen. Like when he first starts off, it would stay the same, and then his torso would actually get a little larger with him. Sorry for this very bad example. His arms will start getting larger, and then so soon, like I said, like keep it close at least. I mean, if you can't keep it perfectly on, which no one really can, like keep it close, kind of. I'm really bad at this. And I'm doing this real quick too. So it's like no excuses. It's a tutorial. That's why people don't watch stuff because you keep complaining about it. But yeah, so it's like, but you kind of get my point, right? Like the body, it has to stay at least close to consistency. And I have a way to show you how to keep it consistent instead of just. I mean, you could probably wing it like this, but then it probably won't come out as good as you want it, as you'd want it to come out. Just winging it and not having a plan. Cinematics. It seems like cinematics usually needs a plan, or you're gonna. I mean, I guess. I mean, this is. I mean, this is kind of okay. This is okay. This isn't even good. This is just. This is whatever. But yeah, so it's like. So his body would grow as he got closer, just like his head. That's kind of a bad example, but it'll do for the tutorial, I guess. It'll do. So these are the ones I did of him coming towards the screen. So it's like, first, his body's consistent. It changes a little bit, but it's still close. Like, it still grows with it, so it doesn't look bad. It's just like, I'll play it for you guys. Woo! Like this one. Like, see how his body is still, it's like, it's, I don't know how to, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like, yeah. So, and he's coming. There you go. And then he's coming. See, there's a big difference between this and this. This one's kind of like, okay, if you look at it real quick, okay, he's getting bigger. It's like an illusion, tricking you. It's a trick. Oh no, coming towards you. But then this one's more like, oh, okay, he's actually coming towards me. Like his body, like his whole body's getting larger as he comes towards me. So it gives more of the illusion, little trick. What I would recommend for cinematic pieces is a storyboard, because this will help you time out where everybody needs to be in what camera angle they are. Everybody does storyboarding every once in a while. Everything isn't just wing it, because you're not going to be good doing that. So first you need have like snapshots, kind of. So let's say that if you plan your guy like running really fast towards the screen, you could have it so at first, like the first camera angle, this is bad, but the first camera angle will be like of his eye or something. Like, so it'll be like half his face, and you'll see his eye, and you just make like, and you do this, you make like little notes to yourself, so you know what's going on. Like, try to do this real quick. So that's the V cam, by the way. So it's like, you make little notes, half face or whatever, and then the next one would be like him far away, or him like right here. And then you'd have like the V cam, or like you can make whatever kind of notes you want to yourself, just to know. I mean, notes vary from person to person. You can like zoom out. That could be for like zoom out. Yeah, so like zoom out over however long you want it. So it's like you stretch out the frames for however long you want them to be here. So for this many frames, it zooms out for that many frames. And then you can have it to where he's like small. And you could like make the pattern you want him to run. Like it could be small and then it gets bigger. Like you can make whatever notes you want, but I recommend making notes. And then you can make this like a little note underneath. You know, it's just there's a lot of different tricks. There isn't one way to do this. There's never just one way to do it. But it's like he can have them there, and then you can have them like, and you have them like this or something. I don't know. And then it's like zoom, and you can have him here, like turn in the corner. His body's like halfway gone or something, or like I don't know, like something like this. He's like, that's actually a pretty cool looking thing. And he's like, oh, and then now he's here, and he's running like this. See, it's like, and so you like make it yourself, like you make the perspective, like you make like a little storyboard, like yeah, like you make a little storyboard, so that way you just know, like you have an idea in your head on like what's going on, so that way it's not like, oh, he's just spazzing out and you don't know what's going on. And then he gets to this corner, and he's like, he's yeah. So then and then he's just like, and then what I would recommend for like stick figures. So then he'd be like this. You got it this foot like that, and then this foot going here like that. So it's just like whatever. It's like whatever. The stick figures need to get thicker as they get closer. So it's like even if it's not perfect, create the illusion of perfection. I guess you could say. Like if it looks like you know what you're doing, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's cool. But it's like if you just spazzing out doing stuff that you don't even know what you're doing, it's like so you gotta have a plan sometimes. Because most of the time when I animate, it's just as I go, which isn't always the best option. So don't always just wing it because I don't know. I don't know. Like come up with a concept and try to like yeah, and then see, and then you got this guy. So there's yeah. So see perspective, angles. But this is just for a run. So it's like and then you can have like his head here, and then you can be like blurred out. So it's like and then you have him come in for as many frames you want him to come. Always, if you make a storyline, always make it so that it's like you always measure out how long you want it to be. Like how long you want, like you always measure it out for however many frames. You don't just like put it next to each other and be like, oh, let me guess. And it's like you gotta like, and then yeah, then you make the storyboard or however you're gonna make it. Like if you're thinking about doing like a full body production, like you need to actually like because most people do stick figures for the base. Like what you should like if you're doing full body, I'd say I'd I I'd say the storyboard you could do as stick figures. Like you could do the storyboard as stick figures, but then after that you'd have to convert stick figures, and you guys would do a better job than this because I'm just going through it for you. Like you'd have to actually like convert your character into like a person. You can't just like you can't guess on these things. I don't know. Just you got to convert it to a person. So you got to add like the actual like meaty limbs and stuff, and it's just. And after you have your storyboard, I recommend you add your in betweens, and then if you feel like it, you can make it into like actual like little person or something. I don't know. Yay! And that was Joe. And then yeah, so I mean, it all depends on who the person is and what you're making, and just yeah. So then there's Phil, not turquoise Phil, but you know what? This is turquoise. He doesn't really look like this, so don't be like, is that what he really looks like? No. So it's like the story can be in the stick when you actually like do the animating. Cause okay, I don't got that much time left, but yeah. So I mean, I hope this is helping, but it's like storyboard with anything can be in stick figures. So that way it's just real quick. Storyboards are not perfect. Like, don't waste your time trying to make your storyboards perfect, because that's just wasting your time. Storyboards can be real quick, so stick figures will do. Whether it's stick figures or full body, I recommend. Like, okay, so let's say real quick, this is gonna be real quick. So let's say you have like a stick figure guy here, and he's like, so you have your storyboard, and he's like, hold on, let me just do this real quick. And he's like, and boom, he swings at some dude off camera. And he's like, what up, dog? Like, what's good? So he swings at the dude. Booms. That's your storyboard. Just a real quick, crappy thing, your storyboard, whatever. I recommend doing your storyboards and everything underneath the actual animation in a graphic, so that way you can alpha it out. I'll show you how to do that if I have enough time. Okay, I don't have that much time left, but yeah. So, and then I recommend then you add it as like an actual figure, like however you want it or whatever, like whatever, like okay, that there he is. And then you do all of what you had in the graphic as the actual person. And it's like, okay, so he's about to get going for the kill. He's like, and then it's like boom, swung at him. And then for that you add in betweens. You in between this guy. So you in between them. And it's like, so you in between the guy. So and then you add the in betweens. And after you add the in betweens, then you draw over them. So you get it smooth, and then you draw Joe Schmo doing whatever it is Joe Schmo does. So it's like, this has to be on point. So okay, Joe Schmo there, and you just draw Joe Schmo over whatever it was Joe Schmo was doing. So it's just like, oh, I'm Joe Schmo. I'm Joe Schmo. What do you know? And it's just like real quick, you know. So yeah, this has been your tutorial on angles. I really hope it helped. I don't feel like I helped many people today, but I hope I did. And if I did, I'm very happy I did. But yeah. So then I'm just gonna finish this up for you. I think I'm going over the time I want it to be, but it's for you guys, so I don't mind. I'm here to help. And then it's like Joe Schmo, you know. That's just how I'd recommend doing it. See, and now you got Joe Schmo. Of course, I'd want you guys to do better than this, because this was all really quick and crappy. Yeah, I want you guys to all do better than this. Like, really. There you go. So, for cinematics, you could either wing it, make a storyboard, and then wing it from there, or make a storyboard, stick figures, make the actual like animation, make it smooth. When you get to this level right here, that's when you got to make it like smooth and nice. Like, you got to try. So add in betweens here. So storyboarding, smooth animation. That's the animate. This is the animation part, and this is to make it pretty part. Storyboard, animation, make it pretty. And that is your tutorial on anticipation. Woo! and cinematics. Tell me what else you guys want in the comment section below so I can help you guys out. So just leave comments on what you guys want me to do next, so I can know, so I can help you guys out. All right. Peace. Gotta draw my face. Gotta oh. I'm gonna draw an eye, like a real quick eye. Uh, that's right. That's right. Uh, that's right. I make eyeballs now. That's right. You guys didn't think I could draw real people, did you? You guys didn't think I could draw real people, did you? But I can. I can, and I do. So yeah. Whew, this is one sexy man. Look at this man. Oh my goodness. Whew, that's a sexy man. Oh, here's an afro like me. What? All right, y'all. Peace.